Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to the city of Sequoia. Over the past few weeks, I've gotten a lot of help because I put out a builder application form, and now check this out. There's a lot more buildings here. Some of them are flying around here, but those are work in progress. Oh, never mind. Those are just distant horizons that don't want to work. For those of you that are new here, Distant Horizons is a mod in which it allows you to see very, very far, which is pretty cool. If you do zoom in far enough, it does look quite blocky, but hey, if you're just like this, it doesn't look too bad. I also have a pretty cool overhead camera, which I think is pretty cool. This here is me designing a bridge, work in progress, that's going to go over this way. You see where that weird looking thing is? It's where a bridge is going to be, but work in progress. Stay tuned for that. But I have a handful of things that I would love to show you guys real quick, just in a quick update video. So, we are here in the city of Sequoia. This is the neighborhood of East Village. I've been working on this for a little while now, but I've gotten a lot more help recently. And first of all, we're going to check out these ones because these are pretty cool. So one of the guys on the server right now, I guess the only other guy except for me, is MattaArch. His name is also Matt, just like me, which is pretty cool. But yeah, best name. I don't know what to tell you. But he built this, which is pretty cool. This is based on one in East Village. I forget what it's called, but it is a very cool build. It kind of reminds me of, is it not the Avengers Tower, the Stark Tower? That one from Marvel? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we're going to be talking to Matta later, so maybe he'll talk us through his process. But he was also working on this laundromat down here, which is pretty cool. Let's see, is there anything in here? I don't know what's going on in here. All right. Kind of feels like some illicit operations, but I won't dig too much into that. Yeah, this one over here, this is by a guy named Jeff. Going over here, we also have this building, which I am a big fan of. This is also built by Jeff. What does it say? El Rey de las Hamburgers. I'm going to stop trying to pronounce that because I'm definitely going to butcher it. But what do we got? Enchiladas. A burrito de frijoles. I don't speak Spanish. ¿O quieres? Yo quieres. Menudito papa. I don't know what that is, but I would definitely eat it. So we'll head all the way back out here. I like that there's seating as well, but one thing that I really encourage in the city of Sequoia is when you are building, on the ground floor, a lot of the time you're going to have a small shop that is quite narrow. Like, look at this. It's only 5 blocks wide plus 1 for the wall here. And it even goes in here, so it's even less than that. But over here, you have a nice little lobby. And in this lobby, I should probably close that door. I'm going to close that door. It drives me nuts when people don't close my doors. But over here, it's a nice little lobby because this goes up to the residential units up top. So here, you have a nice elevator, which will go up in a second. And here, you have your emergency staircase inside of your shear wall. Perfect. Very well done. What do you have back here? A little bathroom. I'm going to keep the lid down. You can flush it, which also opens it. A little thing of toilet paper there too, and a nice little sink. And what I also do this, I really like this design. What you can do for your faucets, you can have a tripwire hook. Is that the first time I've picked up a tripwire hook? That's not right. No way. I don't believe that. But you also have a banner, which you can use as a mirror, which I think is pretty cool, but we'll give them some privacy. Now, back here, what is this? A little office, maybe? A little waiting area? That's cool. Ooh, that's cool. Little spot back here. That's nice. I think, are we on the north side? Yeah, we are on the north. Okay. This terrain is based on Vancouver, British Columbia, where I live, and it's very difficult to get lost in Vancouver because on a clear day, if you can see the mountains are north. And this is also true for this case because this is a 1:4 scale of Vancouver's actual terrain, which is very, very cool. But I really like this area back here. That's pretty neat. And I'm also a big fan of all these balconies out here, just sticking off the side. You have a little setback here as well. Look at that. You have a little fireplace on top too. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna go. Let's go back inside. Let's go back inside, and we'll go up the elevator. So I don't know if all of these are different. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I see. So I actually really love this concept because the very thin towers like this, because it's a small lot, but the concept with this is that every single floor is its own unit, which is pretty cool. Oh, he turned the lights off for some of them too. That's cool. That means it's going to look cool at night. Very interesting. But okay, what do we got? Let's see here. Let's go into one that's a little bit brighter. Okay. So this design is very compact. I like this. What is this? Calcite. That's the first time I have ever seen that block. I don't know if that's new. I have no idea. But that is very interesting. Ooh. And then you have the dangling lights. That's not the official term for it, but you have a lightning rod, which is very cool. And something else that I have seen some of these builders do is they have been using light blocks, which if you are op on your own server, or well, I'm sure there's other ways to get it, but essentially you can use a light block. So if I do give Alpine 1 light 1, it'll give me that. And when I hold it in my hand, you can see where they actually are in place. So there is one hiding right here. Let's see if there's any other ones hiding around here. What's over here? That's the stairs. Don't want to go in there. Over here, what do you have? A bedroom? Very cool. Nice. Very compact. It's very well designed. Look at this. Oh, nice. You have a little closet back here too. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Chiseled bookshelf too. You know, I'm really glad that Minecraft added the chiseled bookshelf, because now it gives you an option if you don't like the color combination of the existing bookshelves. Now, what's in here? You have a bathroom. I like this tile. That's cool. Oh, a little drop down. Very nice. That's cool. Tripwire hook up here. Yeah, this looks great. And, oh, yes. So this is another trick that I love to use. So up top here, you have a trap door, and that is above the same type of door like this. So now it feels a little bit taller. You can bring it a little bit higher. I mean, as you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3.5 blocks. See that? 1, 2, 3.5. Which is very interesting. So you can do a lot of interesting things when you do the... Here, actually, hold on. Let me take a guess. If I break this, there is going to be an oak plank right below. Above. I know my directions. So essentially what you can do is, instead of having like a full block like that and then bringing your ceiling down, you can only, what am I talking about? You can put a slab on the underside of your floor above, and now you have an extra half block to work with. And then you can do some cool stuff where it drops down like this. And then even here you have the stairs. See how they did that? Very cool. I really like that. But with that, you can have your doors look to be 3 tall, even if you don't actually open that. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a nicer scale, in my humble opinion. But over here, nice little living room. That's cool. I like that. Oh, and then you got the balcony out here. I'm using complementary unbound shaders, by the way. My Bliss shaders don't seem to be working. I'm on version 1.21.4. They don't seem to be working for me with distant horizons, but this is cool. This is cool. It's nice, and he's not overdoing it. The colors are relatively consistent, which I like. And of course, you know, it's an apartment. It's lived in, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. But let's go up to the top floor, because I am curious here. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, is this a double floor penthouse? It is too. Look at that. You got a painting way up there. I saw that this one's an old painting, but I saw that they added some new paintings as well, which I thought was quite interesting. But nice little living room here. And a nice little reading nook. That's good. Come here and have your morning coffee as you enjoy this beautiful view out there. And let's see, what do we have? Another bathroom. There you go. Very nice. So we've seen this design. And this one is the stairs as well. That's cool. Oh, you can see out onto the balcony. I'm excited for that. Back here, you have this nice kitchen. So look at that. You have a fridge. You have a sink, a double sink, which is great. Is this, hold on. Oh, this must be a, maybe a pantry. So I'm guessing that's the fridge, or I guess it could be either. It could be either. Just use your imagination. But over here, there you go. You have your stove. You have your range hood over top. I really like how you did this with the walls. You have your storage way up there. And yeah, I like how you put the buttons there too. So it's kind of like handles that you grab onto and pull. And I don't know what that's supposed to be, but maybe it's a very fancy toaster or maybe even a coffee machine. I'm not quite sure. But out here, are you guys ready for this view? It's the first time that I turned on Distant Horizons, it blew my mind. Look at that. Look at that. Ignore all of the glass that's hiding up there. That's me planning roads and that bridge all the way over there. But otherwise, let's go check out the roof here. Nope, we were already up here. Oh, no, we haven't explored up here yet. Okay, so here's the bedroom. Here's the bedroom. There you go. There's a TV. Classic design with the painting. I like this lamp design too. That's cool. With the chain and then the carpet up top. Very interesting. I like how you have the headboard there as well. That's cool. But yeah, does this go? Oh, yeah, it does. There's something else here too. And then you have a nice ensuite. Look at that. Look how nice that is. Very cool. Yeah, this is very well designed. Nice job, Jeff. I like it. Keep it up. But okay, let's go all the way up to the roof because I saw there was a little something up here. Look at that. Nice little campfire. Fire safety wise, I think it's okay as long as it you know, doesn't jump over to here. I have turned fire spread off, thankfully. Otherwise, that would not be good. But yeah. I like this rooftop. It's nice. You have a little bit of HVAC over here. Some other stuff going on there. I like to imagine these are big mushrooms, but I know they're not. I would imagine they're related to the HVAC somehow, but maybe I'll have to ask Jeff. I really like this greenery here too. It's nice and clean. Looks very nice. It looks good. I like it. You have your overruns, your elevator, and your stair overrun. Now, typically, I do recommend that you have 2 staircases, but in cases like this, I think it's okay if you have 1. And to be honest, for a lot of thin buildings like this, I do the exact same thing. 1 staircase, 1 elevator. That's it. Don't worry about it. Moving on to another building. This one is also by Jeff. Oh, no, not done on the bottom. Okay, so maybe I'll leave that one for now. Little sneak peek. I see a boardroom. I see some offices. And I see some desks back there too. Maybe some other stuff on the other side. There you go. I'm really a big fan of how thin this building is. And oh, look at that. Look at the top of this. That's cool. Maybe once this bottom section is done, you can let me know. And maybe we can tour it. This one here, this was built by Beppis. Beppis is also a builder here in Sequoia. And down here, you got a little something. I don't know what kind of shop this is. Is it legal? I don't know. They seem to be a little, you know, magic. Look at the cornice up here too. Look how much detail there is. Now, if you want the buttons like this, see that? It's a little button hanging off that stair. I believe you need a debug stick. Either that or world edits, one of the two. Look how cool that is. So if you're way over here on the rooftop, which is already very cool, and you can see this incredible view, but if you look there, you can see those buttons just hanging on there. It just makes for a really incredible detail. I'm a very big fan of Beppis's rooftops. We'll show you some other buildings way over there. You see those ones? That is Warp Builds. That is where we design templates and some other buildings before I have a place to, you know, actually put them in the city. But we'll see that here in a few minutes. Now, the only disadvantage to something like this is that it doesn't really feel like you're up against the window. If you have depth, you're further back into the building, which means you don't get as much of that field of view kind of panorama, especially if you have like a really nice view. So actually, if we go over to this side, no, let's go up one more floor. So you can still see those beautiful mountains. See that? But you don't see them as well, of course, compared to like a glass wall. Oh, is that? Yeah, it's Beppis. Now, let's see. Can I go up to the roof on this? Should be able to. Nice. There you go. And Beppis, your rooftops are beautiful. I love them so much. Ooh, what is that? That's cool. Muddy mangrove roots. And then what else do you have? Soul sand. That's cool. Okay, before we head over to Warp Builds way over there, let's see if I have missed anything. These are by either Josh or Swanky, one of the two. They are builders from Cubed Community. Nice little spot down here. It drops down by 1 block. I love these little elevation changes. They are very nice. Is that supposed to be there? Look at this door. How did you... That's cool. Is that like that's a wall on like half of it? I don't know how they did that. That's some crazy debug stuff. Alpine reference? I really like this building. This one is very cool. I think it's also based on a real life New York one. Is there anything else? Have I shown you guys this one? I don't think I've shown you guys this one. This is one that I built, well, am building, work in progress. It's based on one in the west end of Vancouver. I have the shear wall, so you have an elevator, and then you have some stairs, but clearly it is not done yet. So this one is one of my favorite buildings. Let's go in here. So I did furnish the inside here as well. This building is 100% by me. So basically you come all the way up to the top floor, come in here, and you have this balcony with this gorgeous view, of course. And then over here, you have a nice kitchen, and then Matta may have put a little secret. Have you guys seen this video? Little stove, you have a range hood, which I thought was, I don't know, pretty interesting. I forget, I stole that design from somebody, I think. Did I steal? I probably did. Great artist steal. Am I a great artist? I don't know. That's not up for me to decide. But this is typically how I build my living rooms. Very compact furniture. So little chair, very minimalist. It's just a stair. And then over here, I have a tiny little chair. And then basically I just put some signs back here. Now you could just put signs on one of the sides, but I really wanted to draw the energy into the middle of this living room. So that's kind of what I did with this couch here too, right? So everything's kind of facing in towards this middle section. And I didn't want to put a coffee table because I felt like that would be too much, but I did add this nice little plants and a fern on top. And what else do we have? We have a bedroom, very nice. Yeah, little bed here. I know wood is probably not the most comfortable material, but I wanted a brown bed, so that's what I went with. Over here, nice little desk. You have some trap doors on either side. And then over here, a little closet and then some shirts. I like to keep my stuff quite minimalist. I like this little carpet pattern too. I use that all the time. Here's a little storage closet, which is pretty cool. And then in here, you have a bathroom with no faucet. I definitely need to add that. A little shower up here. This is the design that I like to use, so I use some world edits. I don't believe this is possible without it. Maybe with the debug stick, but I'm not sure. You have a lever that is facing down, and then you have a nice little button right there as a shower head. Then this turns on your shower. And this is a little toilet. You can flush the toilet down there. Either that, or I guess maybe you could use that as toilet paper. That's up to you. A little plant that's dying because it's very smelly in here. And yeah, let's get out of here before I lose my sense of smell. Anyway, that is my little apartment, which is pretty cool. I did not make this tree. One of my friends, Jay, he made this tree. He has Twitch. Go follow that. Link in description. But yeah, I like using the end rods here as well. I think it gives it a pretty interesting look, especially at night. Okay, so now let's go all the way over here to Warp Builds. These are a lot of the builds that have been made by the builders, which do not have a home yet. Although some of them do. I do have to update this and get rid of some of them, because some of them are already in the city. But let's go check it out, shall we? Alrighty, so we have these towers that are based on some real life ones in Cole Harbour, Vancouver. This was built by Jeff. Very cool. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them yet. I may decide to make the center part a little more compact, since East Village over there is already quite compact, and I kind of want to keep the theme of the compactness going. In some places, I want to keep it almost as dense as Tokyo. Some places. I don't know if it'll be the same as this, but I don't know. We'll find out. But either way, I am going to find a home for these because these are really cool. This one is also one based in downtown Vancouver, which is adjacent to Cole Harbour. The goal of this city is you're going to be able to spawn in it in adventure mode, and you're going to be able to use it as an adventure map. We're going to host mini games. We're going to host Hunger Games, survival games, all sorts of fun stuff. It's going to be very, very cool. But let's go back down here and take a look at these buildings. And we're going to jump on a call here with Matta in a couple minutes. Just bear with me. So down here we have the East Village School of Fine Arts, which I had previously built over there, but I believe Josh and or Swanky are working on a couple adjustments. So I may decide to take some elements from it, or we could use this as an entirely new school. Oh yeah, this is the church. So this was the original one that I built, which I don't know, I think it's okay. It's all right. And then Josh decided to take over, and then we get something like this, which is absolutely incredible. I don't know how he did it. That's a lot of dedication. So thank you, Josh, and thank you, Swanky, for helping out with the interior as well. Oh yeah, this is where they were adding some of these backyards, and then I added this check mark on top. saying this has been added to Sequoia. So I think we could probably get rid of this now, but I'm going to ask them first. Now coming over here, this is a new building that myself and a very talented builder named Taco Squad, which you may have seen on Instagram, we're building this. We're collaborating on this. But this is one that is based on the, what do you call it? It starts with an S. It's a building that starts with an S. It is a brutalist building in Vancouver, and it has a pointy top. Now, if we come over here, we can see more of Beppis's buildings. So again, this is the original that I had showed you a few minutes ago. What I like to do is stack a whole bunch of them, and then you just make them into different variations. So that's what myself and Matta, who we're going to be talking to in a minute, have been doing. Changing up some of the materials. Matta has been putting in some indents here, which is pretty cool. We're gonna have some setbacks. It's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll make another video on templates because it's been a little while since I've talked about them. Because yeah, there's some theory behind that. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that video, just comment yes, I want to see templates. Beppis has also been very, very hard at work taking a look at these ones. Beppis built this one, which is very nice. It's incredible how much detail you can get in default. Look at this. That's so cool. You have the chains. Then what is this? Dark oak fence. And then you have your dark oak trapdoor, one behind going across. And then even behind that, you have your gray stained glass. That's cool. Then the little separations. What I really like about this rooftop is the variety of materials. I'm very bad at lacking texture variety. I'm still learning. So once I figure out how to do that, maybe I'll make a video about that as well. I don't know if it's going to be soon, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I have a full-time job, fellas. Up top here as well, you have your overruns. If you go in here, look at that. You have your stairs that go down. Very nice. And same thing here as well. Very, very good. Oh, look at that. What is this? This is copper ore. That's cool. Tough. Dead brain coral block. Never heard of that. Dead fire coral block. Cool. I know there's coral blocks, but I don't know. I didn't know about the different types. Look at the detail on this. Absolutely incredible. Red sandstone wall, and then you use a bit of a debug stick, I believe, or some world edits. Then you have an acacia button just kind of sticking off the side there. And it just happens to be the same dimension. Look at this. So you have these vertical elements, dark oak trapdoors. And then who would have thought? This is a banner. You have banners that go up and down. What is it? Oh, that's carpet too. So now you can get a variety in your horizontal thickness with your dark oak trapdoors and your brown carpet. Wow. And then, of course, acacia signs, because why not? And then it combines, looks a little something like this. That's unbelievable. You also have this one over here, which is also by Beppis. Check that out. Oh, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Then you have these vertical elements with your glass panes. And look at this. That's cool. I like that. Now you do need world edit or a debug stick to not get it attached to this. But look at that. Oh, how did you do this? Oh, cool. You have glass panes here. Then this one back here is a full block. So panes and a full block there. And then this one is a tough wall. Cool. What is this? Is this a wood? Mangrove wood. That's cool. It almost looks like bricks from far away. Like a dark brown brick. And this is cool. This is cool too. Gray terracotta with dark oak signs across. Incredible. Oh, there you go. So you see the light block because I keep holding it there. Very smart. Oh yeah, there's lots of light blocks. Oh, look at that. See those light blocks inside? That's really cool. So you see how Beppis did not light up every room? That means it's going to look really cool at night. And then of course, it wouldn't be a Beppis build without a beautiful rooftop. You have some redstone on top of there with some chains. That's cool. All your HVAC equipment. Oh, it's to keep everybody out. Don't touch the HVAC equipment. Get out. And look at this texturing. So calcites, white concrete powder, white wool. Yeah, those three. That's a cool combination. It's not just random either. Well, it's kind of random, but it's sort of grouped together. So you have a group of calcite there and there, and kind of hanging out through there. But usually what I do, it's just like completely random. But in this case, you've done a really good job. This is really cool. Now, before we get to this one, because this one's by Matta, it's very cool. Look how incredible that is. Okay, we're going to get to that one, because that is also a real life one. We're going to go over here. We're going to look at some ships. These were built by MiG-31. I will link his Planet Minecraft down below. It's pretty incredible. But he was kind enough to let us use a bunch of his ships. He does a lot of really cool tankers. This one, people have commented on Instagram saying, haha, evergreen. It should be, sideways. Very cool. Look at the amount of detail on this. This is incredible. And so these ships, they were all originally just like that. So essentially they were like north, south, east, west. And then I decided to use world edits and then put them on a about 10 to 15 degree angle using the rotate command. It did create some gaps in the hull down here. However, I went just by hand and then I filled it all in. So hopefully I haven't missed any. All of the ships here are a 1-to-1 scale, not 1.5 to 1, just so that it looks a little bit smaller relative to these mountains back here. So you don't want to overwhelm it, especially like you don't want to put giant skyscrapers on the North Shore there too, because you want to keep the illusion of the very, very large mountains. They are quite tall. They're like 400 blocks tall in places, but you want to try to keep the illusion. But this one's really cool. There's also a little something right there. Vancouver. You know what this is? That's the barge. There was a barge a few years ago that just happened to beach itself on a beach. And it took a little while for people to, get it off of the beach. But yeah, little Easter egg for my Vancouverites. And all the way outside of the render distance, hiding over here, there is another ship, but we're going to hop on a call with Matta, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. This ship, is it based on a real ship? It says Eclipse on the side.
Yeah, it's Celebrity Eclipse.
Cool. This is nice. So did you mention that this is one that has gone to Vancouver?
Yeah. When I visited Vancouver, this one was actually docked twice when I was there.
Oh, cool. I love all the details on the top here too.
Oh yeah, thanks.
This ship, like even just on the top here, this would be really cool. Maybe for like a mini game or something. Because I know like we were talking a couple days ago about like what we could potentially use the city for like mini games or like Hunger Games or things like that.
Yeah.
But even on individual ships, you could have little mini games, which I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool.
I did this little warehouse.
Nice. I was trying to figure out what was going on in here.
Yeah, and of course we got this little secret over here.
I'm slightly concerned, but I'm going to go along with it. I feel like if I question it too much, then something bad might happen to me.
Yeah, you've seen all the Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
In the creepy warehouses.
Exactly.
We've got the ride share here that I know you liked the idea of.
Big fan. I'm a big fan. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to copy and paste it all over the city. But I might do a little analysis around Vancouver to see how frequent it is. But I really love this design. This is really good.
There's this tower as well, which, yeah, I just based it off of another tower in East Village. I think this would be like a penthouse.
Yeah, it almost feels like, is it called the Stark Tower? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I was thinking of the Avengers building when I was building this.
Nice. That's really cool.
I made the balcony a little bit too big, and I was like, oh man, this is looking exactly like Avengers.
But yeah, no, this is really cool. I really love the small warehouse down there too. This building's really awesome. Ship's really cool. So the fourth thing that I had mentioned to the audience that I'm sure they're very keen to see is if we go to Warp Granville Slopes. I guess, well, first of all, there's this building, which I'll save that one for later. But we have the Vancouver House building that you had built and converted into default, which is absolutely incredible. And how long did you say it took to not convert it to default, but the original build and then convert it to default? How long is that process?
I don't know, around like 70 hours, but that was because of course, most of the time was spent on the actual curvature itself, which was very confusing for me to figure out.
I can imagine. That's incredible. Like I've seen this building in person quite a few times. Pretty much every time I go by any building, I try to subconsciously figure out how I would build it in Minecraft. The curve standing from over here, like south looking north, it almost kind of feels like a sine wave that's stretched out like vertically.
Yeah, there's like an illusion where you can see them they're like linear of each other, and it creates a pattern.
It's super cool. Oh yeah, I see that now. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's something I really like about it.
I also really love this pool here. It's so nice. Nice view of the skyline over there too. Oh, that's Warp Built. Never mind. But you can see East Village in the distance.
Oh yeah.